You show up with heart, but trust just isn't there yet. The respect feels cold. Now what? Hi, my name is Jesse, and this is the Valiant Lifestyle. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about how to stay calm when they don't respect you yet. And in particular, I'm talking about you and that blended family that you're in. Now, before I get going with any of this, I want to welcome you. If this is your first time watching my channel, welcome. And what I do for men and many women that watch this too, because I know that you're out there watching on behalf of your men, or just to figure out what it is going through your man's head. I support you, my man. I support men in their endeavor to be the best. I support men in their endeavor to be just the finest that they've ever felt within themselves. All right, so let's get going here. Let's get going and go. Respect is earned in silence, my man. Not speeches, not those breakout moments that you have with them. Keep leading. They're watching you. In fact, they're watching your every move. They're watching the way you move, your body language. They're watching to see that your words meet your actions. So don't be that guy, especially being that bonus dad that says, well, do as I say, not as I do. Because that won't go over well for you. In fact, that will actually be one of the worst things that you could lead in with. Now, that's not something that I ever acclaimed to doing. I didn't like that. In fact, I didn't even like that phrase when I heard people saying it. I just, my stomach curdled on the inside, or I just felt really like, if I was a child hearing that, I would just flip right out. What do you mean? Do as I say, not as I do, as I do, not, or do as I say, not as I'm doing. You're being a hypocrite. And if you're trying to set the pace within the respect and within the trust framework, that's not a good way to do it. Now, what I did every time, and I will stand by it, if I messed up after I said I was going to do something, I took responsibility for it. And I either said, I'm sorry. I don't say I'm sorry anymore, by the way. I say I apologize. And that is a totally different topic that we can talk to another time. Words cast spells. And that's something that I also have tweaked within my own vocabulary. But I apologize for doing this and saying I was going to do it and not doing it, not fulfilling it. See, my children and my children's friends, if they saw me doing something, okay, I'll give you an example. I was at this child-themed bouncy play park one time. And I came roaring down this slide in a way that was just too fast. This little boy took a moment to say, hey, mister, you didn't respect the rules when you came down that slide, and you came down too fast and right after me. You didn't wait. And I took the liberty of saying, wow, thank you, my man. I appreciate you saying something about that. Thinking about him at the time, it must have been a 5 or 6 year old working up the courage to tell me that. But me as the adult taking responsibility for that is something else too. 1, you're validating what he's saying is true. And 2, you're taking responsibility for it. So not only was I doing a good deed there, it was almost like I hadn't done it. Because I validated what he was saying was true, and I was also validating his own courage, so that next time he saw something with somebody else or see something with somebody else, he's gonna stand up and advocate for what he sees is right as well. Right on. Don't chase what time will reveal. Don't chase what time will reveal. Connection can't be rushed. Stay the course. Okay. This is something I wrote about being patient. And why this is important to me is because I have this mindset every once in a while that I need to get to the end when it comes to getting to the end of this journey with certain things with my kids. Why can't it already be done? And when I sit with it, I go, well, it's mainly for me. It's mainly for me to teach me something. It's not really for the kids. It's more for the big kids, the kidults like me. For example, my daughter skates very well. She skis very well. Now, my bonus daughter, not so much. And I made a remark and I made a decision that I would take her to the slopes and I would work to help her with it. Now, where am I going with this? It's almost like I wanted to rush through to get my bonus daughter to the slopes this year so that I could check this one off as something that I had done as a good deed. And not only that, skills that she could hone quicker. Couldn't be rushed. The snow wasn't great this past winter where I am. Timing wasn't right either. It's just going to be a next winter thing. And not only that, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. Don't rush those things. Stay the course, Jesse. Lead like you already belong. Your identity isn't on trial. Walk with quiet certainty. Okay, this comes from the just staying the course, but leading with the intent of, I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm saying, and I honor what I'm doing and saying. When you're on a nature walk with kids in the woods and you're pointing things out and you're passionately talking about the things that you know. This is a river. These are the type of fish that you find in this river. These are what these class rapids are. These are different birds that you're hearing, and you name the type of bird. So this is a yellow warbler. This is a robin. That's the sound of a nuthatch. You talk about those things. These cloud formations up here, that's a nimbus cloud. That's a cumulonimbus cloud. Those are, I'm not even going to say that one. CTs, not real clouds. The sunshine shines at a certain way at a certain time of year, and this is how it does it. The leaves, they turn this color. You know, being a bit of a tour guide too, leading with the intent to inform, but feeling good about it. I mean, don't start pointing out things that you are like not good at. And the adult conversations that just kind of come out as like verbal vomit when you're in the presence of a kid. They don't need to hear that stuff. They don't need to hear about your adult conversations that you would normally have with your spouse or another adult. Like, how many times that you've said that you don't like how you talk about certain things in public or with other people, and you tell your kids about it. Don't do that stuff. It's verbal diarrhea, and they're not holding you. That's not the responsibility, my man. They're not responsible to hold you in these moments with the container that they have built, which is not their responsibility either. They don't care about your, well, they do, but they do not get to have to be the adults to you in these conversations where you're talking about things that you've got to improve. Stay the course and walk with integrity. Your identity isn't going to be called out unless you are really, really just making a muck of things, but in the way that you would be sabotaging them. Lead like you already belong within this relationship with them. And this is, I guess, more from the leadership of coming into this blended family relationship and you're a few months in. That would be one way that this part will work. All right. Now, I've talked a lot here, but I am proud of it. And I believe that what I have to tell you about is awesome. I want you to comment, I lead anyway. I lead anyway. If you've shown love even when it wasn't returned yet. It's an ROI. It's a return on investment. And if this is you and you feel like this is something that resonates true with you, I would love to talk to you about it too, my man. And let's set up a call. Let's set up a discovery call, thevaliantlifestyle.com, and then book that discovery call. It's 30 minutes with me and it's on me, and let's do this. Thank you for watching.